Simo here. Quick story, quick thought. Over the course of the past year or so, I have fallen out of love with bodybuilding. I no longer get or got the high that I used to get from training. I've had some personal things going on in my life over the last year or so, which had affected me a lot more than I thought it had at the time. Looking back, I see it. Training wasn't fun for me anymore. I looked forward to going to the gym the same way that someone looks forward to going to a job they hate every morning. I knew I had to do it, but I did it begrudgingly. Try and incorporate that word into your vocabulary more often. So I knew something had to change. I didn't know what. I didn't know if it was my style of training, where I trained, when I trained. Something had to change. And I was well aware of it, but I didn't know what it was until I came across a video on YouTube, as we all so often do, about an old school bodybuilder in the 70s and 80s by the name of Mike Mentzer. I'd heard Mike Mentzer's name many times over the years, but didn't know anything about him. I will go into more of the specifics in a later video, but essentially I was like, I like the sound of this. I'm gonna give this a try. And it was cool because it kind of correlated with some of the things that I've talked about briefly in other videos about, you know, it doesn't take 2 hours a day, 5 and 6 days a week in the gym to get into shape. One of the first interviews I heard with Mike Mentzer, they asked, you know, how often do you, how much do you train? I'm sure you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this. He's like, I train about 2 hours a week. Whereas other bodybuilders that he competed against were working out 2 hours a day, 5 and 6 days a week. Sometimes more than that, 3 hours, 5 and 6 days a week, which is just unnecessary. So I just left the gym from doing legs. I did 3 exercises. I did 1 working set of each exercise. So my entire leg training session was only 3 sets. You do a couple of warm-up, moderate working sets, and then you do your all-out maximum intensity working set. So I only did 3 full working sets of maximum output. I wasn't in the gym 20 minutes. I had trouble walking through the parking lot, and my legs can and will grow from this one singular leg session because I am not going to train legs again for 16 days. And the next time I go to the gym, I will either do 1 more rep with the same weight, or I will go up in weight once I surpass a certain rep range, which means I am getting stronger, which means one or both of 2 things, that I have built muscle, or the muscle I have is getting stronger, and a third thing, my central nervous system will have adapted and will have recovered. Going to the gym is not an endurance race. We are bodybuilders, not weightlifters. I had a thought. So I was in the gym and I was observing this young guy that was doing an exercise that I used to do all the time. And I used to do this exercise with a ton of reps because that's what you've been told. A ton of reps, break down the muscle, get the pump. Okay, I get it. That's fun. The pump looks good in the gym, but are we there for the pump or are we there to get stronger and build muscle? And I had a thought. There's a meme going around that you've probably seen, and it's a meme of, endurance runners and how their legs are skinny and, bony, and the guys are pretty slender. And then it shows the legs of a sprinter, and they look like world-class bodybuilder quads, just massive quads, awesome calves, freaking big lump of hamstring and glutes, and they're sprinters. When it comes to, say, the upper body, it had me thinking, if running long distance, which is anaerobic, which is low intensity over a longer duration of time, then why is it when we train our upper body to build muscle, we're in the gym for 2 hours doing moderate weight for insanely high rep ranges? Almost the same as trying to run long distance. It seems counterproductive if you make that type of comparison, as opposed to a sprinter who is building these massive legs sprinting 200 meters. So Andre, are you saying that you can build muscle by working out and doing one set and working out for less than 20 minutes? Yes, I am. If world-class track athletes can build bodybuilder world-class quads and legs by sprinting 100, 200, 400 meters, why can't we go to the gym and train chest for 20 minutes of all-out maximum intensity in a safe and controlled manner and build a big chest? Why not? Anyways, that's just a little bug that I wanted to put into your ear, just a thought I wanted to put into your mind, give you something to think about. If you're getting burned out like I am, and you're falling out of love, or you're just bored with your routine and you want to switch it up a bit, look up Mike Mentzer on YouTube, and I promise you, it's going to change the way you look at bodybuilding and building muscle. And my gosh, the time that you're going to get back in your normal daily life is going to be insurmountable and priceless, and time that could be invested elsewhere instead of just in the gym all the time. Anyways, this is Andre. Sorry for the long video. Peace out. Hope everyone has an awesome Sunday. Let's kick ass this week. Peace.